Why is there an attraction to individuals with different internal goals? Why am I drawn to men who love prostitutes and alcohol when I myself do not drink and condemn prostitution? How can I change my tastes and preferences for men? Perhaps I was such a man in a past life. How can I overcome the attraction to the debauched lives of others? Well, on one hand, there is a certain envy of the easy path in life. And on the other hand, it's the lack of experience of such a free-spirited life. And if you really need it, then go and get that experience. But it seems to me that you want to get from these men something that you yourself are not capable of. Figure out why you need this. Throughout history, the purer the woman, the more she loves men who are corrupt, since they embodied everything that was inaccessible to her. But later, they often suffered greatly. But sometimes, it happens differently. They say that a nun who cannot sin considers herself righteous. In other words, if she cannot sin, she creates a worldview where she is a righteous person. Anything is possible. Explore yourself. You have many connections with the outside world that tear you apart. It would be one thing if they existed, but only if there were a very strong internal framework, an inner core. However, if this inner core is fragile, it can fracture at any time when faced with pressure from the outside world or the next lure of temptation. Once you gain a deep understanding of yourself, everything else will align. Start with that. Don't focus on practical questions, but on the most important one, the answer to the question, who am I? And for that, all the tools are available. Books have been written for you. There are classes available for you. If this form of learning is convenient for you, if it's easier with books, then you can learn from books. In other words, whatever you consider right for yourself. The most important is not to waste time or go through the motions, but to achieve results. In our work, the most important thing is the result. There's no time left for the process.